Good morning. Good morning. This is Radha, and I have completed my MSc in biotechnology, and I have done research also on bacteria for 5 years, but then I could not complete because of the corona. So now I'm going to talk on plant kingdom. So let's talk on plant kingdom. So here we will be studying on flowering plants, seed plants, and non-flowering plants and seedless plants. Okay, so let's talk. Here, plant kingdom is actually divided into two categories. That is cryptogamous, divided into two cryptogamous and phanerogamous. Phanerogamous. What is crypto actually? Crypto means hidden. Hidden. Gammas means marriage. Okay. So what do you mean exactly by this hidden? See, male and female gamete fuse fuse to form zygote, right? And this zygote further develop into embryo. So what happened here? This embryo supposed to develop into a seed here. But here in the cryptogammas, the case is different. The seed will not form, and that is reason the hidden, the fertilization is happening, but the seed formation is not happening. So once the seed forms, only then we can confirm that the fertilization has happened. But here, since it is a cryptogamous, it is a hidden, the fertilization has happened. But we do not know because there is no seed present, right? There is no seed present. Now, these cryptogamous is known as seedless plant. Seedless plant, right? What is phanerogamous? Phanero means exposed. Gammas means marriage. Okay. Exposed means here same thing. A male gamete plus female gamete fuse to form zygote, right? And then embryo will form, and then the seed. Here, the fertilization has happened, and it is also expressed. It is not hidden, it is expressed. So that is the reason phenero means exposed, gammas means marriage. So this is the thing. Now cryptogammas, under a cryptogammas, algae comes, algae, second bryophytes, and third means pteridophyte. Pteridophyte. And here first one is gymnosperm and angiosperm. What is gymnosperm means? It is with seed, but with the it is not enclosed in the ovary, whereas in angiosperm the seed is enclosed in the ovary. Now let's talk on algae. Let's talk on algae. Algae. Where do you found algae? Algae means क्या होता है? What do you mean algae? Actually, have you seen algae? जो green color have you seen during the rainy season, or where the water gets settled down on the road or the some corner? There you can find some greenish things, right? So algae is mostly found in the water. So it is aquatic plant, right? Yes or no? Aquatic plant, isn't? Now second is, it is also, it doesn't mean that it is only found in the aquatic. It doesn't mean that it is found only in the water. It is also found in the terrestrial. Third one, what is that? It is non embryophytic plant. Here the embryo is not formed. Next point is, it is chlorophyllous. It is chlorophyllous. Chlorophyllous means green color. Does it look green or yellow or what? It looks green color. So photosynthesis will happen, right? Photosynthesis happens. Now it is photosynthesis, right? It is photosynthesis. Now this plant, actually algae, the plant body is dominant. The body of plant is dominant. Who act as a dominant here is gametophyte. Well, actually, what do you mean by this line? Actually, gametophyte here. Gametophyte, gametophyte act as a dominant. Why? Because gametophyte provides all the nutrients, everything for the development of the sex organs. Okay, so with these gametophyte, we are the algae is able to reproduce, fertilize. So gametophyte, this gametophyte act as a dominant in the algae. So what is exactly gametophyte? Gametophyte means it provides all the nutrient, everything provided by the gametophyte, that is said to be a dominant. Now the body is, the body is thalloid. Why it is said to be a thalloid? Actually, here it has root like a structure, stem like a structure, leaf like a structure. That means it doesn't have the real root. It doesn't have the root, it doesn't have the stem, and it also doesn't have the leaf. So it has a root like a structure, stem like a structure, leaf like a, but not the real, but not the true leaf. Because here the algae lacks vascular bundle, absent of vascular bundle, vascular bundle. And also this thyroid body act as a haploid. For remember, for any root or for any leaf or the stem to be a true, to be in real, it has to possess this character, vascular bundle, and also the diploid character. If it is, if a plant is having a diploid nature and also a vascular bundle, that means it is said to be a real root. That means a true root. It has the real true root and the leaf and the stem. Okay, so the body is thyroid and it doesn't have the vascular bundle and the haploid. Now let's talk algae shape and size is of different, it's variable in size. Okay, so let's see, it's really variable. Now see, algae जो होता है, it is unicellular also, unicellular eukaryotic, unicellular eukaryotic. What is the example of algae which comes under unicellular eukaryotic is Chlamydomonas. Chlamydomonas and chlorella. Next, algae also remain in a filamentous form. Filamentous, what is the example of filamentous form? What is that? Spirogyra. Spirogyra. What is another one? Ulothrix. Ulothrix. This is the example of filamentous form. Now also the algae remain in a colonial form also. Algae exist in a colonial form also. What is the example here? Volvox is the algae which exist in a colonial form. Okay, now let's talk on reproduction. How it reproduce? How does it reproduce? It reproduces by vegetative, then asexual, and then sexual. So, algae undergo three types of reproduction. First is vegetative, second is asexual, and third one is sexual. Now, vegetative, any part. What is a vegetative propagation means if any fragmentation of a plant falls on earth, it develop into a new plants. Understand? It develops into new plants. So here is Spirogyra. Spirogyra. This spirogyra has a filament-like a structure. When the filaments falls, when a filament is able to grow into a new plant. Now, asexual always happens with a zoospore. Zoospore. Here, zoospore is always motile. It is always motile. Hereby, the sexual reproduction fall into two categories. That is isogamous, isogamous, anisogamous, and oogamous. Now let's see isogamous. Now let's see isogamous. What is iso actually? Iso means same. Here, fertilization happens between male gamete plus female gamete of similar Similar gamete. Similar. Similar gamete. Similar gamete. Okay. So here the iso means same. Iso means same. And the gamete will be the same. So here one gamete. This is the male and this is the female gamete. These four fuse together to form zygote. Fuse together to form zygote. That means the gamete are of same size. Gamete. A gamete has same size, and the flagella, female has two flagella, and the sorry, male has a two flagella and female has a two flagella. It is of same morphologically, it is the same, right? Now here there is one more case. The fertilization happens between a motile and non-motile gamete. Fertilization fertilization of male, fertilization of motile and non-motile gamete. Now, what is motile actually here? Motile is always a chlamydomonas. Motile is always a chlamydomonas. And non-motile is always a spirogyra. This is the explanation for isogamous. Now let's talk on anisogamous. Anisogamous. What is actually anisogamous? A fusion of a male and female of a dissimilar gamete. Fusion of male and female of a dissimilar size. Like here, if you see, the male gamete will be larger in size, and here smaller in size. What is the example here? Can anybody? Here. So this is here also two flagella, and here also two flagella. Okay. Now let's talk on oogamous. 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 What do you mean by oogamous actually? Oogamous means fusion of fusion fusion of a small male gamete and non-motile gamete. Fusion of a small male gamete and non-motile. The gamete will be a small and the non-motile. Understand? So what is the example here is fucus. Example, fucus. Second one is chlamydomonas. Okay, that's it. Now let's talk on economical uses of algae. Economic eco. First one is the photosynthesis. First one is photo photosynthesis. Here what happens photosynthesis, when you see half of the carbon dioxide is used up by the algae, half of the 50 percentage of algae, 50 percentage of CO2 is used by algae. So it is used. Sound வருது ராகேஷ் இப்போ பேசாத. Algae. Okay, wow. So 50 percentage of a carbon dioxide is used by algae. So you just think, if the utilization of CO2 is a 50 percentage, then the elimination also be a 50 percentage, right? So the most of the land is covered by the mosses, that is algae. So that is the reason CO2, 50 percentage of CO2 is taken up and O2 is given. Now the photosynthesis. Now actually, चटाई होता है ना, चटाई, the algae grows like a chatai blanket ki tarah. It grows like a blanket on the earth. So because of that, when the rain comes, it prevents the soil erosion. Due to the fall of the rain, the soil moves, right? It moves upward, and because of that, the soil from the root, the soil gets uprooted. The root also get uprooted, right? Roots comes out, but because of the growth of the algae on the earth, prevent the soil erosion, and therefore prevent the soil erosion. Now next is, second is, it act as a primary consumer for the aquatic plant. For the aquatic, like it takes up the algae which is present in the water, that is in the pond. The algae, it will take up the carbon dioxide plus water. Okay, with the help of sunlight, it converted into the food, that is sugar. This in turn used up by the aquatic animal for their survival. That means the aquatic organism prepare their food by the help of photosynthesis, and therefore the product which comes is used up by the aquatic animal. Now third one is, now uses of algae. Here, agar. Agar is isolated from the gelidium. Gelidium plus gelidium plus gelidium plus gracilaria. Gracilaria. Okay, so these agar is made from the gelidium and gracilaria. This gelidium is used for the preparation of ice cream and also jellies. Okay, now this agar is used from the algae. The agar is prepared. The agar is prepared from the gelidium and gracilaria. So this agar is used in the lab for what? For the growth of microorganism. Microorganism. Okay. Next, iodine. When you see somebody will say iodine की कमी हो गई है तो जा करके खा लो algae जाके खा लो. What kind of algae? Laminaria. Laminaria. Laminaria helps to isolate the iodine from the algae. Third one is chlorella plus spirulina. These are unicellular these are unicellular and are highly nutritive. Plus having a lot of amino acids and also have a protein. Amino acid nothing but the protein only. These two are used by the space traveler. Here, here, that's it about the algae. Let's talk on bryophytes in our next class. Thank you so much.